Oh, like it's
But like, these heroes also don't like being ran at, right? Earthshaker's a very slow hero in terms of he enables his offlane. He enables greedier offlanes to have presence. So naturally ones that can also be independent. But if you ever collapse at 10 minutes, these heroes are very weak. Ench's a lane winner. If you don't win the lane, you exist.
We discussed this exactly in the OGC draft as well. Shaker. First thing we mentioned is Necro, Pugna, Bet, right? Bet has been banned out. Now you have the Necro and the Pugna that are pretty much your most popular offlaners that are played with the Shaker on that offlane. Necro would be kind of decent versus the Timber as well, but Shadow Demon has that capability of bringing the save versus the ult. Now, the thing is, Shaker can be really underwhelming if you don't find that right combo, because he needs a Blink Dagger eventually, which means he will soak up a lot of space after that laning stage. And if you aren't able to provide him with that, you might just fall flat in the mid game. And if the team has something like a Timber Saw that doesn't require initiating item, just constantly bullies you, and follows up with the Shadow Demon that also doesn't require pretty much nothing besides, let's say, an Aether Lens at some point, it can be a very problematic Shaker game.
But I'm joking. I kind of like actually Veno for Team Spirit.
Oh yeah, Veno is
not right now, but like at some point in the draft, if it opens up a little bit more, just because I see the Shaker, who naturally pairs really well with the Veno, because the Veno can just have a free lane.
I do really like the Veno as a hero.
How much do you like it? That's not. You're not selling me on this right now.
I wasn't trying to sell it.
Yeah, they go with a more stable combo.
Sold.
I gave up after I said it aloud. It just kind of sunk in a bit more. I was like, you don't have a stun. It's kind of bad.
It's flexible. It can lane with the Shaker. It can also be your mid. There is the save in the form of Shadow Demon, which is a problem. If he lanes against you, those stacks can also be quite a problem. The Ghost Shroud does not help you versus the Demon. So yeah, then again, it is a decent Necro game with the Shaker on the lane. He should be fine.
In terms of lane, it is, but it still doesn't answer the question of how do we stop them coming towards us. Like, you already, like, in terms of that early fight, the Scythe pretty much is meaningless, because if Shadow Demon is in the right spot,
Necro is the one that
save,
can
right?
stand in front, right? Even versus the Timber, even versus the Shadow Demon. He's the one that you're thinking about. All right, Disruptor.
But is HellRaisers not just thinking maybe a Pugna still? Like screw over the Necro, gives you early push, a lot of pressure, or is
it's good versus Enchantress? It's good versus Necro.
It depends on this next pick. Oh, they go Ursa.
Okay, this has to be a Pugna then.
It's also decent versus Ursa.
This is like some weird Nigma type draft where they got absolutely rolled over, and it didn't work at all. So maybe Spirit have a different adaptation and spin on it, but
I mean, this Ursa is for the Timber, right? Now you have that lane that's actually decent versus him as well.
But this is the big bait that you have, and this is why Timbersaw rose to such prominence, was the fact that you invest heavily into dealing with the Timber, and then HellRaisers still have 2 picks to go. Pos 1, Pos 2.
Also, don't you just feel good as a disruptor in this game against Ursa, right? Because the stats resistance isn't going to help at all. You can glimpse him away if he jumps on top of someone.
It's
I don't
always
think
a good
you
disruptor.
really worry about the disruptor too much if you're an Ursa. There is a chance for HellRaisers. All right, they go with the Riki. I was thinking maybe even something like a good old combo of Naga Disruptor. You're playing versus Necro, so probably not the best option. They go for the Riki instead.
But we talked about this before. When you pick a Riki, what are you enabling? What do we think HellRaisers are looking towards here?
For this, though, I think this is the type of Riki game where you're always going to have, like, the nullifier value is very high. You've got that kite potential. There's not a lot of laning pressure right now. Riki will have a decent time because of Disruptor. You're always going to be able to survive the Ursa. You're going to just blink away from him, blink strike, sorry. You've got the tricks of the trade. It's like, there's so many ways in which Riki just prolongs a fight.
I think the nullifier point is really important here. It's really good versus the Necro, and at one point you're making him half a hero that he really is with that Riki. Team Spirit ban out the co-op. So basically you see HellRaisers that are matching their pace when it comes to these aggressive plays, right? But their 2 supports come online a little bit faster, a little bit easier, let's say. They just need the levels.
The question is, how does HellRaisers round out their draft to actually be able to play tempo? I really always love the idea of like a TA plus Riki combo, because you just have that instant jump potential. You actually have a way to hit towers, and when you collapse on the map, you can always take Roshan, give Aegis to Riki, and your game is pretty much secured from that point. The issue is you don't have last picks, maybe...
They have no stuns. HellRaisers
stuns
draft.
or whatever. What do you need?
You don't need
stuns?
stuns if people die in 2 hits, right?
We need stuns.
Yeah.
All right.
On
what
the
are we
other side,
looking
you
at?
have the fissure, at least. On the HellRaiser side, yeah, you do have some ways of setting up. You have the disruption, but overall, both of these drafts look a little bit wonky. Team
Yeah.
Spirit, actually, for me, has a better, clearer idea about what they're supposed to be doing at the moment.
I like the position that they were in just for the Ursa factor. Even though I don't really like Ursa, and this draft literally just reminds me of the bad Nigma game, but it actually forces HellRaisers not to be able to pick up like a Kunkka, for example, for mid lane, right? Because you just put the Ursa mid, and then you pick your carry, right? So they do control the draft in that sense, but I feel like if you just don't care about this Ursa, and you're just trying to ignore the factor and just draft continuously, then you're just going to round out. Like as long as they pick up one initiating guy, one stun, then they're perfectly fine on HellRaisers.
Okay.
That
but-
also has to be their midder, which isn't really the most.
They could
you
just
put
put a
Timber
casual
mid?
Ricky mid.
or Ricky. There's a bit of flexibility, right, in that
Yeah.
regard.
I have seen some Rickies go mid. This little blue purple-ish
Hard to kill.
fella.
High armor, blink strike, decent damage, hard to gank.
I guess you
Not
can't
really
put
my
Timber
favorite,
there,
let's
though.
put it that
Not
way.
your cup of tea.
Yeah, not my cup of tea.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by Brits. I forgot. God,
Yeah,
help
where's,
me.
where's your accent? You've been practicing it for a bit.
best you're at it, mate.
There we
So I
go.
know. In it,
bro.
in it, bruh.
But I guess you can't put the Timber mid, right? Because you mentioned that Ursa, you could just stick him mid and Timber doesn't have a good time.
I think that would happen if they were second pick and had last pick to really control the flexibility there, but unless they pick some hero that can flex between those lanes, but I don't see that happening. I think it's simply, yeah, they're deciding right now how they're going to lane the Ricky and what they're expecting to come in, because I think they're looking at the GPK here. It could be some Shadow Fiend, it could be just some TA that can just give them a go. They need a way to move forward. So they pick up Razor, which now is it's a flex pick for obviously in terms of lanes. The Ricky and the Razor can now swap lanes. It covers them from maybe a potential TA, which I think would have been really good for Team Spirit. And yeah, so I like the way that they've rounded out their drafts. They've been able to.
So is this going to be just that SF that you just talked about? It looks like a pretty solid game for him as well.
It does look like a solid game for sure.
You have.
Like this
Like,
Ursa
now you're
doesn't have
thinking
a game.
about counters to the Razor in the laning stage, right? So if you're HR, you pick this Razor because he kind of has a decent time versus most heroes, and then you can flex him versus the Ursa lane as well, perhaps even versus the Necro. If you're Team Spirit, you can go for your SFs, your Linas now, that are usually decentish.
Do you like Lena in this type of game?
Your Quap has been banned out. I don't like Lina overall.
No.
No.
I'm not
You have
biggest
really
fan.
wanted to-
They have a lot of reach versus her as well.
I'm just still thinking of their. Okay,
Those
okay,
trees
they go
cannot
TA.
protect
so
themselves.
now they have the Razor for the TA in terms of laning phase. The TA will still be able to go jungle. There isn't a lot of rotation potential for HellRaisers to punish the TA farming, but then you have to think of the flip side. You have the SD. He can make stacks himself. Razor can equally farm them. My fear for Spirit is they have a really clear timing of Blink Deso TA play behind him, but I've seen this draft before from Nigma. I've seen it just fall.
Who did they
so
play against
flat.
though?
Map3
I think it was
already
OG, right?
Yeah, I think it was OG.
It was versus OG. They drafted pretty much the same.
Small things, lads. Small
and
things.
OG had
Yeah, teams
a
don't
completely
matter.
different draft in which they were constantly on the offensive. They had that Bloodseeker Ember combo. That game was like one draft. You can't take it away from the game, right? It's versus
sure.
what you picked it. Team Spirit's draft definitely does look solid. I think these 4 heroes have one problem. They have to create enough space for the Ursa to get the blink as well. Will they manage to do that? Yeah.
Okay. The main reason why I've realized why I didn't like this draft was because they picked Ursa and then they picked another physical damage core in which Halberd dismantled them. So Razor just buys Halberd, Timber can go for a value Halberd, and then you pretty much mitigate all the damage output in these mid-game fights. And that's why I didn't like it. So, whew,
All right.
thank God I remembered that one.
We could sit here in theory craft for a while, I feel like, with this one, but where are we going to sit? You going to be on the fence, or are you going to be in HellRaisers or Team Spirit's court here? Just quickly round this up for me. Where do you sit?
I'm just gonna go HellRaisers. I've stuck with them throughout the series, and it's gonna be a slugfest. But I think maybe HellRaisers if they
Yeah.
get the items.
With the halberds that he just said, they can definitely take the game. The Ursa might be problematic for the Timber though. So Timber, he really has to have a decent laning stage here.
Well, Team spirits have got to be high after that bounce back in game number 2. And we're going to have to see if they can get their number higher than HellRaisers to make this a 2-1 victory overall. If it is going to be HR securing their lead at the top. We'll throw it across to Lyrical and Trent for the last time tonight. Let's see what this is going to have in store for us.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't get over every single time I hear some British fella say the word H, you know? Something, it tickles something in me. How you doing, Trent?
Great. His throws are getting a lot better too, you know. It's like he's improving throughout the event or something. Way to go!
Whoa.
Those lads. Wait, what?
My throws in-game or my throws from the panel? Like
From the panel. Your throws from the panel.
Thank you.
They're great.
Ruined
A
it
little
now,
bit of
mate.
column A.
You ruined it.
Column
was
B.
good.
Well,
thank you.
I think you need to I can't do the H thing. I can't say it right, but I was gonna say hold up a little bit because man, I have seen a timber saw get pummeled a few times in my day by an Ursa, and I'm a little worried about that one. I don't know how you're feeling, Mr. Trentster.
Yeah, Timber is he's a very interesting hero. He feels like the kind of hero that shouldn't be like first phase, first ban, and yet he was for like the past month and a bit. Kind of fallen off a little bit now, but they're still gonna pick him up relatively early in this one for HR. And it's the reason why he doesn't feel like he should be like early pickable is because you worry so much about his laning stage, and you just wonder, like, you know, if he doesn't get that good laning stage, if he's not in between the tier 1 and the tier 2 tower, kind of demolishing one of these lanes, how well can he actually exert his influence in the mid game? These guys are raring to go, passing tips back and forth. They're like, come on, who's holding us up?
You know what's perfect about this, though? I was going to take some time to talk about the situation we might find ourselves in a couple of days.
Yes, please do.
Ladies and gentlemen out there, this game matters a hell of a lot. Much more for Team Spirit than HellRaisers. If Team Spirit win this game, we are well on our way to a path towards a 3-way tiebreaker to find one person coming out of that who moves on to the next stage of this tournament. There's some weird math stuff going on, but right now, if everything sort of follows the way that you would expect, the last day of the tournament, so it would be just a couple of days away, May 6th, it would be Virtus.pro facing off against Team Spirit, and hypothetically, that match, if it's like a 2-1, could turn into now a 3-way tie, and then we have like a best-of-1 round robin of death that we've all seen work out horribly time and again. So yeah, potentially 3-way tiebreaker in the CIS region. Could be interesting.
I don't think I can't recall at least a tournament where we've had the tiebreaker day like set apart and actually had like enough time for it that the tiebreakers don't like just feel awful. You know, they're not just like at the end of the day. Sometimes they're like the second half of a day and it's not so bad, but this time we have an entire day off dedicated to either rest or tiebreakers if required. So I'm kind of down. Usually, you know, tiebreakers not that excited for because it's going to be a big delay and stuff, but make them play it out, you know, get your guaranteed slot there as we move on to the playoffs.
I will say the WePlay team put together a whole lot of tiebreaker rules to make sure it doesn't happen. It's like, you know, head-to-head result between the tied teams, then the game difference, results against lower-seeded teams, and only then and then would you actually finally have a tiebreaker where it's best of ones played until the tie is broken. So they really didn't want it to happen, but depending upon how this works out, it could actually happen, which is kind of insane because normally you don't see that many like equivocations in a tiebreaker rule then leading to tiebreakers actually happening.
Well, I just hope it goes to the time rating because we all know that's the peak of tiebreaker rules.
I like coin flip personally. That's usually my first tiebreaker rule if I was making a tournament.
You'd be a great TO for the viewers, you know. Instantly on to the playoffs.
I like it.
All right, this is like the weakest battle for Rune ever. They chuck out a Thunder Strike. Oh, but wait! Oh, he's dead.
Don't rub off.
Pushka.
Oh, there's the fissure and the body blocks. Who they giving the kill to?
Hey,
somebody.
exactly.
Hopefully. Are you kidding me? What the hell are y'all doing, Team Spirit?
He just spent a lot of tangos cutting his way through there, but I can't believe he lived. Am I crazy, or did Misha just stop hitting him?
No, they did. I wonder if that was... Is there any chance that was the plan overall? Because now Pushka has no regen.
If anything, they were just trying to give a kill to Afterlife. You always take first blood. You never just give it away.
All right, maybe they get it here. Dude, if he dies now, oh, Pushka, no!
Afterlife not committing. He's good, he's good.
Oh my god. Although he has like got the worst start to his laning stage ever now. Dude, he's got to walk home. Oh, wait, no, he's bringing out another salve, but he's got to use it. Man, Pushka is going to be broke as a joke this game.
Is there any suffering from this? I mean, Ursa's been alone this whole time. He's 1-0. Can't really do much versus Timber and Ursa at the time. Or sorry, Timber and SD. Plus, he only has Fury Swipes to start with. They're still keeping all three here, though.
I guess just really wanting to shut down the Riki early, or I guess just make Miposhka feel terrible.
Yeah, or just try and straight up kill Miposhka. But yeah, it will end now, and Miposhka will find the space for the nice pull through to the hard camp. Loses a couple, but they managed to make their way.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, Dyrachyo and Funnick have both managed to get level 2. Misha takes over the speedy creep, the little kobold foreman.
That's actually so good with Ursa, dude.
Oh my god. Dude, the body block's coming through. Roger just has to disrupt him to try and run away, but the body blocks...
No, Roger, you need a body block with your illusions.
Well, he will be able to make his escape as the Fury Swipes wear off.
So that's a pretty cool use. Unfortunately, you can't re-enchant anymore, so his life will end now.
It's okay. He did what he loved. He died doing what he
I love how he takes that one
for.
sip as he's like falling, you know?
Yeah.
Get the little drink in there.
Another round. Funnick getting hit a couple of times here. Does have to Timber Chain away. Going the 1-1-0 build on the Timbersaw so far. What about these other lanes, though? Razor versus TA doesn't sound that fun.
No, a little bit of a snoozer. You just keep pulling the wave apart as GPK, and then you have neutrals, so you'll be all right, you know. Poor Razor, man. This hero was like so overtuned for a while with his ability to farm creep waves. Now he's still really good. He still does his old job well, but it was kind of crazy for a while where you could just like dominate mid and then run to the jungle and then just come back mid, just passively AoE damaging all the time.
I think whenever like a hero's like most often maxed ability is a passive, it's like not great. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like not a fun hero necessarily.
Would you suggest that might make them broken, like someone like Earthshaker?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, potentially.
Bottom, Roger.
Well, they are going to, in the end, be able to find first blood nonetheless for Team Spirit. So, in spite of missing out on the Disruptor kill, they take down Roger instead.
Yeah, Misha can now afford boots if he wants to as well.
Nice. TA, mid lane. Holding on to the refraction.
Turn it either, because Kesani's lane is still in a pretty good spot where he's very safe right now. Emergent not finding the best rotations. He's still like getting a lot of space for Afterlife. Like he's getting all the XP and he's not really suffering without the Earthshaker being there. So his rotations are still fine. He's also going to try and secure the rune right now at 4 minutes. Yeah, haste rune top. I don't think either of them have bottles though, so he's just going to take it. Yeah. It was spotted by that dire ward though, so they know that a hasted shaker is coming. So Miposhka should be okay, but it's still a pretty hard kill considering how low Afterlife is.
Yeah, he was getting gone on a little bit there by Nyx. Obviously, spotting out that ward, they realized, okay, we, can kind of get more aggressive onto the Necrophos. And Afterlife
clarity. Versus just ran up, punched him, and ran away.
What a petty guy. That's great though.
He has an Observer ward here too, so he's gonna look for a courier kill, as they will find a hero kill on Roger in the bottom.
Dyrachyo picks that one up again, and Funnick not able to find the punish afterwards. So that courier does go down up top. In the meantime, bottom, they're trying to beat into Funnick a little bit, but he has 5 sick charges still. Could try and turn this onto Dyrachyo. It's getting close. You got to be really careful about overextending on Dyrachyo here. He's super low.
Yeah, but he has no trees, so he can't get all the big bonus damage or the chain. Like Dyrachyo's even cutting all the trees that were like between or like on the opposite side of him.
Yeah, that's a cool play. Recognizing the danger. Oh god, be careful though, buddy. Misha has a centaur. Maybe they're hoping for an overextend, but he's not going to do it.
Immersion mid lane has the Fisher prepped and ready here, but it's only level 5. Oh, GPK is so close to 6 as well. Okay, this could be really good if he can break this. Oh man, Kasani knew though. He's like, yeah, he doesn't have the speed to break this.
And now he's taking a couple tower shots. Nice play. Misha actually spawns on the other side of the fissure though. Doesn't manage to get the enchant off. Had to run away from Kasani. GPK doesn't have the damage still. minus 68. And he has to back away from there. Kasani maybe overextending a little bit here. He lays down the trap. Chase comes through yet again. The Centaur Stomp. Well played, Immersion. Enchant Totem punch down. Big win as Immersion able to find that kill. He does get taken down by Roger eventually, but you'll take that death every day of the week.
Up top, they went after Afterlife, but you can see, oh man, the magic wand with that shroud from almost nothing back up to 60%. He's having a great time up here considering he's alone.
I wonder if you start thinking about like going an early nullify. I guess you've got Shadow Demon ulti too to deal with the Necrophos.
Yeah, Ricky will get one eventually, but other things are more important.
You know, it's kind of interesting too. We've seen all that movement around by Immersion, but none of these camps have been stacked up in the jungle really. Even with that more mobile hero, he hasn't been able to do it. It's
too hard as Shaker, because like Shaker, you have to be in that perfect position. You just have to like camp and wait. Basically, you're basically laying claymores in like Call of Duty or something. You know, you're camping, you're waiting, and then they die. They're like, oh, cool, you waited there for like 30 seconds to finish with me. Congrats, dude.
Oh. Man, speaking of which, Pushka is gonna get ran down there. Afterlife did not manage to get that last hit, so won't get the bonus regen for himself. As they chase down Nyx a little bit, have the dust popped. Okay, Enchant Totem chased down. He does have the tricks of the trade to walk away, but juking through these trees is not going to be easy. They're diving super far for this one as another fissure comes out, has another round of the Blink Strike away. Nyx retreating, gets away. Great escape from HellRaisers.
And that was the end of their dust too, so looks like they're thinking about the Regoose as well onto Immersion as he leaves.
Salve up. Immersion got to run away. They have Reaper's Scythe though. Got to be careful about overextending, and yeah, they're going to back out and probably just give up the kill here on to Roger. Fissure's going to land. Reaper's Scythe comes out. He is dead. Immersion does not get brought down, I don't think. Well, maybe
the poison.
He's going to run out in a second. Oh, God, he's 20 HP. Just barely gets out.
That was nice. Good TP. A couple times now Roger has died, and there have been like 3 or 4 stacks on people, and he just barely doesn't get the kill. He's actually had a really good game in terms of his rotations. The 1, 3, and 0 I don't think really represents how well he's been playing.
Poor guy. Yeah, sometimes it just feels that way on Shadow Demon, I guess. You want to find those kills, but not going to be able to get the acceleration of farm. Still going to be relevant in the late game, obviously.
Man, Sonny coming in. He only has brown boots though.
And Misha is the one that gets ran into. Will go down by the jump in, but they can't break the TP from Afterlife. And I feel like that's a story we might be telling a couple times.
They had Glimpse. He really didn't get in range.
Well,
he was so close. I can't believe that Glimpse wasn't in range. He must have been convinced he was going to get there in time, because that must have been like the last pixel. Like I know it's short at level 1, but damn, he was really close.
Well, not able to punish. Would have loved to be level 5 right there from Pushka, I'm sure. But
now
again,
they're going to bring all 3 again.
Running at him. Kasani is nearby. Picks up an Iron Talon for himself. Got a bunch of little neutral items there.
Yeah, that's only their second, I think, on the Dire, whereas they have all 4 on the Radiant already.
Down bottom, Duraccio getting on Funnick. Now he has to back out again. The Chakram, high level there. Up top lane, Afterlife moves back in. They find Misha. I think they thought that the Razor was gone. He definitely is not.
Duraccio, bottom? I mean, look at this play, man. This is getting real close.
Dude, he's crazy.
Jeez. Yeah, hold on, ulti for a while. Yeah, I would have thought he was gone too. He stuck around there for so long as a mid player.
Oh, wait a minute.
Earthshaker.
He wishes he was level 6 so much.
Yeah, that will be a mega worth for sure. I mean, I would be very tempted to try and find my way back there, but it's too dangerous. This is so much XP.
God.
He can't leech. And then he's scanning it like, no, they're farming it. Hurry, go.
They're moving
with me.
There's a lot of heroes here. Got to be careful walking up this hill. They're soaking up the XP. Immersion walks up forward. Doesn't quite have that level 6. The disruption. Afterlife moving into position as they bring in the Ricky as well. The stun comes out. Roger going to drop with this one. They keep Immersion alive. In the meantime, Razor finishes off those stacks, but that was a lot of trade out for the XP.
Got Echo now too.
Moving in, they find the Reaper's Sight. Kill onto Pushka, dead for 38 seconds. Duraccio is going to come in and clean up the rest of it. They brought everybody.
Yeah, that was a really nice play, because with how much time Kasani was spending up top, just like waiting for that additional kill, immersion. Oh, gets caught being a bit too cheeky there, trying to take the outpost all by himself. I think they're out of detection here too. Yeah, nothing else left. But yeah, that was needed by the Razor, because he could have actually been ahead of the TA at this point.
And missing out on that opportunity. GPK is just going to go back and push out the wave again, then farm out the rest of the jungle. And that was, like you said, that one advantage that you kind of had on the HellRaisers lineup is they were stacking up that side significantly more so. And you look at the Timbersaw, he doesn't feel like that threatening, terrifying force that you normally see at this point in the game. Only now at about 11 minutes is he going to be able to finally take down this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, all those force rotations, though, I think are actually kind of good for HellRaisers. Even though they missed out and they only got like half that stack. Oh, well, Roger, as I'm saying, that is going to go down here by the looks of it. Maybe not.
Well,
oh, yeah. No, he's dead. There's a PA cutting off his path.
Oh, well,
yep, eventually here, he's just going to die.
Nicely done. In the meantime, they get the glimpse pullback there onto TA. GPK overextending a little bit. Do they have any save at all? Not quite. Duraccio jumps into Funnick, but can't make anything else happen there.
Oh,
and now the jump forward. Nyx finding another kill on Namisha. HellRaisers punishing hard.
Yeah, Ench without Untouchable is not that great. She just dies very quickly to someone like Ricky.
She has 660 HP right now. Just no stats.
Yeah, she took 235 from Tricks of the Trade and just 148 from a backstab. Like, that's crazy. He basically two-shot her. He did 450 damage in that instance.
That's crazy.
So I think them all rotating to the neutrals is kind of okay though, because Funnick got a little bit of that breathing room to like take down this tower, and now it's gonna start pushing the Radiant team up here. And guess what? The Radiant team have a TA, and so she doesn't get Ancients. This hero, not that great without Ancients. Still good, but not broken. So now you have a question as Team Spirit of like, how do we regain control over this area when we have to fight against a Ricky the whole time? You never know when he's right under you. So there's a lot of pressure on the vision game for the Radiant, and that really hurts when you have kind of greedy supports like Ench and especially the Shaker, of course.
Yeah, and I guess you could say like if you can keep that TA over there, then or Shaker gain a free lane to himself or something like that would be amazing. But as you said, if he's not with the TA or at least nearby enough, they can't really turn around a gank if it shows up. Particularly with like no force staffs or anything online. Funnick is just man-moding this tier 1 tower here mid, but is going to have to back out eventually. And Chimper chains over to one of the trees he creates. Nice.
Kasani is still dealing with a couple stacks that they had set up there. That smoke was just spotted and pinged by Shaker, so good job having that ward still in place. Even though he died placing it and then trying to capture the outpost, still going to help out a lot.
Sent his Centaur up to the high ground there. Might have spotted the Shadow Poison. Not sure. But everybody from Team Spirit grouping together now.
I would like to see them just start making that rotation down here with the Razor too, though, because I think the Radiant are going to start forcing in there, and I think you can fight them right now.
Okay. They just finished the Diffusal Blade on GPK. Also, the Ursa going for a Vlad's of all things for Duraccio.
Probably just for the Roche potential too. They just want to help secure it early enough for the TA. Just a very good item. Like, she already has her Deso, so they could just do it super fast. And that also comes down to the way that Dire plays. We talk about this a lot, where like if you take that tier 2 on the earlier end, it's hard for them to just like counter with Roche, but they can just easily sneak this Roche. And again, they're reading the map just like we are, where all that pressure's down bottom. Timber might ruin this though. Funnick knows. Yeah. Oh, he's got that big brain.
Although he hits it just a little bit on the early side, and Team Spirit, I mean, they might actually.
But Roger just saw the bounty's gone though. I thought he was gonna poison, but he wants that creep wave maybe instead.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy. Imagine how much this changes if he poisons Roche just to check one time.
I don't even know if they would be scared, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Nonetheless, GPK picks up the Aegis. And I'm sure right now in voice comms, Funnick's like, I told you guys, listen to me. I'm Funnick.
The big benefit here is that they're probably going to get the mid-tier one first now. At least more than likely. They should focus this down because if HR can secure that mid-tier 1 tower, that's like the last bastion for like really easy access and control into that Radiant jungle.
Duraccio walks forward, spots Pushka, realizes, okay, we're getting wrapped on. And they are going to play it a little bit more safe now. Diffusal Blade done on that Riki. And Funnick still just the one that's staying in front of these towers. I don't know how to rate this game going into the late game either. Like, part of me is feeling like TA has just been so good recently that she could be the be-all, end-all. As I think that that's going to be a D-ward immediately by Misha.
I would say it's like kind of fairly even heading late, honestly. Like, assuming that no one has a crazy lead or anything, it looks like 6 cores across the game that are just all like pretty mid-game dependent. Up top, that's a free kills, and Earthshaker tries to get his blink. But, oh, mid lane? Can they bring anyone back? Pushka says not worth.
I don't know why Roger tipped immersion right there, but whatever, that's fine. You know, sometimes you just gotta tip somebody. Yeah, very.
They see TA coming down here. They might want to fight this, or at least push mid. Yeah, that's definitely the correct answer. Unfortunately, there's 2 traps here, so Funnick's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna hit the tower. Oh, nice. They wasted one of the traps, not on creeps.
Okay.
Sick.
Maybe they're gonna try and come and contest and like set up for a back set play or something. Doesn't matter. Immersion's back to cut the wave afterwards. And he's still a pretty decent ways away from his blink dagger.
These towers are so low, dude. It's just both teams are just like setting 5, then retreating, then setting 5. But now this time they will fall. Team Spirit gonna get that mid-tier 1 with ease of the Aegis and the Deso. And now the blink dagger closing in here for GPK.
Well, Pushka gotta be careful.
Yeah,
that's the fissure block off, and he's dead.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, I don't know. HellRaisers, like, and now they're spread out and they go back to farming again. Maybe they're going to try and take over the other tier 1 tower mid in a second. Oh, God, immersion. Caught yet again. Do they have any saves? Oh, good takedown of the tree there. They weren't able to get in rage on Funnick, and instead they lose Roger. Immersion, it's your time to tip him, buddy. Meanwhile, the jump away, they got the Reaper Scythe control and take down the kill onto Nyx.
I'm really surprised they went back in there. I thought they were just dodging the Aegis, and we're like, all right, we're not fighting. Like, there's nothing to gain here. They already took the tower. Seems like a very poor time to try and engage the team with the Aegis.
And then they spot out this Ancient stack as well, and they're going to move back in and clear through it super quickly. They don't have Reaper Scythe, but I don't know if it necessarily matters. All right, Funnick moves over, and they have to back out.
Man, this Aegis take was like worst case scenario, because now they're clearing your Ancient stack after the... Oh man, to like clear up all their neutrals, like, that's pretty bad. They already have 3 of them now, I think, on the Radiant because of that.
Yeah. Vambrace picked up for the Ursa. What else do we have? The Grove Bow for the TA. And then there's a Pupil's Gift just hanging out, ready to go to whoever.
All right, big one though, the Stone. Humongous game for the Aghanims on the SD. If he wants to try for it after the Aether.
Well, it's such a good Shadow Demon game, just like because of the Reaper Scythe and you know, a TA jumping on anybody. It's a really good one for Roger.
I don't know if I want to give it to my Disruptor though, because like Disruptor just needs like straight up Brown Boots eggs, and it's like the most broken hero.
Yeah,
because you know they have all BKBs, like TA and Ursa are just so dependent on it.
True enough. 11-7, 1,000 gold lead right now as the Guardian Greaves get finished for Necrophos. They've still got this Aegis for another 30 seconds roughly, so it's probably going to be the extent of what we see done with the Aegis.
I'm really surprised the gold lead isn't larger. The XP is probably worse, is it? Yeah, it's like almost 2K, because HellRaisers I just see as a 5-man blob a lot of the time right now.
Oh, Braccio chasing Funnick. He gets away. And it's going to be a trade-off of bounty runs most likely, although Team Spirit haven't gone to collect theirs yet. Smoke up with 3, Immersion, Blink Dagger done, looking up high ground, trying to find somebody. If things get dicey, this is where it could turn south super quickly, but they've already lost Misha. Still very fragile on that Enchantress. Level 9, no untouchable. They pull back in the big bad bear, who turns now onto Funnick. Aegis just expiring, but they're all grouping together. Do they want to try and turn this with an Echo Slam? Oh, Immersion, he can taste it. He wants to go, but it is not going to look that well for them, as Duraccio is eventually going to die. Afterlife also in some trouble. They're all walking together, grouped up again. in the mid. River walking in. Funnick controlled. Reaper sight dead. Afterlife gonna get a lot of regen from this, but Ricky found immersion in the back lines.
Oh, nice.
Can't get anything off Nyx the God as they take down 3. Does need to get out of there, but will eventually die. But he did his job. Now the chase forward looking for more of a Pushka gets 3-shot by GPK, and back and forth we go. GPK cleaned up for him.
Yeah, good buyback from Misha. He comes in and helps get the kill onto the Ricky, as well as moving forward there for the last kill from GPK as well. 14-11, pretty much dead even right now in terms of net worth. And looks like XP now also going to equalize out here. In fact, it's a bit in favor of Team Spirit, just a little bit still. And now the Basher's done for the Ursa, though. That's going to make the life much harder now for our Timbersaw player here, Mr. Funnick.
And you could tell, like, this game, it's really hard for Immersion to find a good echo with, like, all the sort of vision that they've got on the side of HellRaisers, weird damage that just, like, kind of randomly break a Blink Dagger. I don't know what he needs, but it's something. He needs something.
Yeah, it's also just, like, you know, level 1 echo isn't the end-all, be-all. It's almost up to level 12 right now, though, so he's almost got it. Ricky, I saw, was coming in the back line. Their vision situation isn't amazing, and they're just going to take the freebie on the Misha.
Dude, this guy, he just gets destroyed.
It's so funny when they don't take untouchable. It's just like, you're expecting it to be slowed, and then you're like, oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. You just get gobbled. Well, he is dead for 45 seconds, and HellRaisers are finally going to be able to claim this mid-tier 1 tower that they've been stalking for a while. Paystran picked up for the Ricky. He's just going to use that one to farm. I thought he might have been trying to go for some type of a pick-off play.
He just needs gold. It's going to look so much like last game with the Ricky, where he just really needs the BKB and then the nullifier, and suddenly he becomes useful.
Right.
Too
when
many
that happens.
nuisances. When it comes.
Watch out. These bounty runes are still here 3 minutes later. They've just all been playing on this side of the map. Yeah. 14-12. Next Roche. We're going to see how long it's going to be in 15 seconds. It definitely feels like it's that type of a game, though. You just wait for Roche and sort of hit the timing on it over and over again. BKB for TA.
Yeah, and when you hit into those games, a lot of that comes down to like who's got the better jump and the initiation and like the blow up potential. And that is one thing HR are lacking a little bit. Like it's all on the Ricky, and that's such a like dicey style of jump in and kill everybody. Not so much with the BKB. That definitely changes things.
Oh, Fissure on it too. The follow-up echo is there if they want to go for it. They blow up one. No save now, but Nyx yet again found immersion. The Echo Slam comes out, but it wasn't enough. They couldn't quite control him. Got his BKB off, now trying to run away. Immersion's able to escape, but Kasani, a big ulti coming down from the Disruptor, and that actually kills off Dyrachio.
Yeah.
They pull GPK back up. Oh, good blink away. No damage. Refraction is still good, but they will kill Afterlife. So 3 go down for that Shadow Demon.
Being on the run from Disruptor is terrifying. He still has an Observer Ward and another glimpse in a moment here. They might get TA too.
Oh, can't quite get vision.
Oh, I'm really surprised he didn't high ground there for that.
Yeah. That Disruptor is a scary-ass hero. All right, another turn for HellRaisers. Yeah.
Does work very well with someone like Ricky and Timbersaw. Just like anyone who can blink forward and just get you that vision. So many times they've been able to separate the herd of Team Spirit and just like pick them apart one by one.
I mean, do you feel like they are ahead right now though on HellRaisers? Because it still feels like Team Spirit like have a lot of potential damage on their squad. Like you've got all these, you know, big initiators, blinks on both the Earthshaker and the TA. How are you reading the game right now?
I think a lot of it is just down to Nyx on the Ricky. Like there's a ton of pressure on him in this match. Same with Kasani too, because the Halberd is like so crucial in these team fights right now that he can basically just negate the input from some of these cores on the Radiant side. They're smoking up though. They're coming. There's no Echo Slam, but even just a Fissure to break this up, and it might get ugly in there.
They have that TA trap. They've got full vision, waiting for the Roche to get really, really low. The jump in is going to be there in just a second. Do they go for it? GPK jumps in, gets the catch with his Stash of the Aegis. Going to be able to live through at least one time, but is he going to go down second time? Well, the control onto Funnick, not quite enough with TA coming back in. They've already blown up Misha, but there's no real surprise there. Eul Scepter to walk away, chase forward, looking for Kasani. He's controlled, but on the wrong side of the fissure. They get the Reaper Scythe off, though. That's going to be enough with the punch coming from Dyrachyo to kill off that Razor.
As they were leaving, and I saw Roger ping it, and then Funnick went in and grabbed it. They noticed just as they were leaving the pit that it was still in there. So nice snipe to at least keep that for themselves.
And in the meantime, Pushka gonna get punched down. Oh, just outside Dyrachyo! He's so mad! The bear is angry. That was the sickest disruptor field ever.
I was like, I really can't believe he didn't tip him there. He was just worried that something was gonna happen to stop his TP, but that would have been the swaggest tip of all time. Oh, but Pushka, you disappoint me.
He's out of tips now. He's been spamming them out. Oh,
that's why you gotta save your tips, guys. You gotta keep one.
Well, we end up in a weird situation now. Second Aegis done. They have the cheese still on the Timber Saw and no Aegis for the TA.
Still 9-second BKB though, so again, the halberds, right? Oh, my goodness. Does he still not have it?
Dude, poor Misha. 8 deaths in this game. Nyx takes away that TA trap that was laid down.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. He would still die. It's just kind of funny.
Oh, it's true. Totally. Greater Fairy Fire. Ooh, that's a great item for Necro. Although
the initiations are still just like so rough right now. Like they're gonna, they got the glimpse though, and oh, see ya.
Enrage, run away. Got to be careful of round 2. 12 seconds away. Get the ulti onto Dyrachyo. Continued control turns on the Funnick. Guardian Greaves out. There's not enough save in the world for that one though. Kasani, jump in immersion. There's the blink and the stun afterwards. Almost able to get the kill, but Razor saved by Roger. What a goddamn player. Nyx in the back line kills off immersion. And it was absolutely beautiful coming out from HellRaisers. They are playing these fights perfectly.
Yeah, Roger's up here spamming the poison too.
Oh, and they just want to kill off Nyx. They want to kill anybody. They got Reaper Scythe available, but they don't have a target. They can't catch on any of these guys.
Yeah, Funnick's out. Very nicely played there again. The Essence Ring as well, man. This item is still so good and amazing in the exact role that Kasani has to play during this game. You know, he's not like the hard one. He's just kind of trying to make a bunch of space in these engagements, work his way towards that BKB and allow Nyx to do exactly what he's doing, pick off the back line. They're still going to press forward here as, well, there's a DD on TA. Thank you, Telpacarne.
You let us know.
Yeah, it's keeping us on our toes. I appreciate it. Oh, they got the telescope too, though. Now we're talking.
Oh,
actually, not a great telescope game, unfortunately.
I mean, so I still am trying to like get the feel for this. TA level 20 has the meld armor reduction. It keeps on feeling like Team Spirit are hitting these strong timings where they should be able to battle it out and you know stand toe to toe with what HellRaisers has. But you know whether it's a Roger save or them just taking a fight in a bad position, it feels like HellRaisers are getting the better of them. They
keep glimpsing Dyrachyo too. They might actually get him again here. Just,
he gets the enrage off.
His game is just ruined.
Oh my god, Eul Scepter tried to TP out. It doesn't happen. And Dyrachyo is just dead. Holy moly. Well, he is almost going to be surpassed by the Shadow Demon in another little bit of gold if this game keeps going this way.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. I mean, it's a pretty hard counter for sure. And he constantly keeps getting purged as well. And like, it's not even just the purge that's so good. It's like you already saw like these targets being focused down. Disruption.
Yeah.
Versus such a like big burst hero. It's, you know, Sven, of course, the other big one that's like him. And well, we know we don't see him very much.
Well, it has that feeling of like they need to find Roger in the fights, and they just haven't really been able to do that because it's always HellRaisers that are kind of on the front foot with these smokes. So
that and they're like breaking up the back line a lot too. So like you're like trying to communicate and pick your target on HR, but suddenly there's just a Ricky on top of your heroes, and that takes away all target acquisition because now the plan is suddenly there's a Ricky on me. Like so everyone's like turning and like trying to stun him, and then he just blinks away or hits his BKB or pops his cheese. He's got it all right now.
That's just annoying hero. Absolutely. And now you have this other maneuverability oriented item with Shadow Demon picking up a Blink Dagger.
Dude, this Nullifier is gone right now.
Oh no. All right. Time for them to go.
So now you actually can't save someone in the smoke cloud, right? Because you can't force staff them out because it's continuously dispelled. I guess that's probably something that's been happening too, is that they've been alting them with the Demonic Purge in the smoke screen. I didn't even think of that, because like, now that you can actually dispel the Force Staff effect, that's a pretty good combo with Ricky.
Yeah, it's very, very annoying. I don't know what you really do to stop that, but BK. All right, BKB runaway. That's the answer.
All right, guys, everyone just buy a BKB. Where's your guys' gold? Ugh.
Come on, Immersion.
Yeah.
Step it up. Mr. Misha. 1,000 HP. Dude, he got untouchable, though. Literally unkillable now for the Enchantress.
Perfect.
Pulling back in. Afterlife. Chase down is there, taking so much damage. The heal, it is gonna be not enough. Nyx went all the way in, has another Blink Strike afterwards, now turns on to Misha with his BKB and is just pummeling down this Enchantress. Is it quite enough damage? Yes, it is. A double kill for Nyx. And the bear jumps in, he gets pulled back in again by that glimpse. They all in though on Ricky. Immersion, he hit an Echo Slam. They made it happen.
Tips him too. He's like, ooh, solo Echo. Wow. Nice play. Yeah, good job. Nice synchronization there from GBK and Immersion. Got the hero they needed, but yeah, a bit of a Pyrrhic victory on that one, as they already lost 2 cores and a support. Kasani will continue his pressure to the top lane, and he's still holding his 10-second BKB. Wasn't even required for him.
This is that timing of the game where HellRaisers are further accentuating their lead, getting ready for that next Roche fight. And I mean, again, it's just like, what's this Ursa doing? The bear man. He can't make it happen.
He needs his BKB. He's just getting controlled by the Disruptor the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, like you said, Mapushka doesn't have his Aghanim Scepter yet. Like, that would have been the thing that probably completely destroys Team Spirit.
Yeah, but now Roger has his. No. They had their choice, right? It was like, do we get the Disruptor one or the Shadow Demon one? And they chose Shadow Demon. So, yeah. I mean, I agree the Shadow Demon one's like way easier to execute. I think he should now hand the Philosopher's Stone off. You know, come on now. Pass it on.
That's why Push is TPing over here.
Yeah, that's so greedy, dude. You got eggs. Come on. Help out your Disruptor.
I need more money. Clearly.
He's like, get me a better neutral item to trade. I do not need an Arcane Ring. Maybe you'll see this Philosopher's Stone someday.
The range on his Demonic Purge is also so insanely big right now for Roger.
And that was, they didn't get the telescope either. Jeez, imagine if they had a. I mean, the rating team aren't even using theirs because it's like so bad this game. Misha doesn't even have a neutral item. That's how bad it is. That's a big L. Big hate here. The no neutral item. That's a ping your teammates situation. I mean, just give us the aura, dude. We can at least be scanning.
Yeah, true enough, man. Well, you know, sometimes these games become chaotic. You've been playing Dota for a while. You forget. It's okay. 33 minutes in.
He doesn't have any items. How does he forget?
I don't know.
It's not like he's got anything else to keep track of.
Well, you know, player movements, you know, things like that. Maybe. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, Trent. I'm trying.
Maybe he doesn't want a free neutral item.
You know, you got to show confidence in your draft. Oh God, broken, chased, purged, every damn thing. Glimpsed back in afterwards. My man is on the struggle bus. Nothing to do. They throw out the ulti on a Razor. They will kill him, and somehow, some way, Dyrachyo lives. They made it happen. Misha still under fire. Nyx over there to the side as well. They will kill off that Enchantress. Buys back immediately. But do they have any extra lockdown for Funnick? The glimpse, the disarm, and the walk away. But they kept Dyrachyo alive.
All right, much needed. And hey, bonuses, he still has his 10-second BKB on the Razor. Able to just one-shot him down in the Echo Slam. Very nicely done. Very frustrating when you're investing so much in that stability item and not keeping it.
And a quick Roche. That is the best possible outcome for Team Spirit there. That's insane.
Yeah, no static. So, Static Storm's back up now, actually.
Oh, God. Oh, be careful. Funnick runs in. They're trying to keep him under control. It's, well, still 2 charges.
Just like, what do I do? Oh, he got out. They messed it up. He got out.
Although they're losing a lot of HP on that. Necrophos living through it, jumps in, they managed to take him down. He has buyback, needs to use it immediately. Nyx turned upon, eats the cheese, trying to live through that. Was passed off? No, it wasn't. He still had it in his inventory left over. Meanwhile, Roger tried to take down another. GPK disarmed yet again. BKB's a little bit too late. And now the control comes out. Razor draining all the damage, getting that right click off on a GPK, killing him off afterwards. Dyrachyo finally is going to be killed off here. And with that, I mean, Immersion's in trouble also. They pull him back in one by one. These glimpses hurt, and they're all buying back.
They actually were so a good play there, because Immersion just tried to zone out Roger through that whole fight. He just walked at him because he's like, I don't have Echo Slam. So he just kept walking and punching Roger, seeing if he could force the purges onto himself. So at least he got one of them forced, but obviously it still wasn't enough. Just down in the pit with the damage reduction was a bit too much, but back in we go.
Another round of it. They still have one more Demonic Purge. Gets used onto Dyrachyo now, but they're going to be saved. They can't take him down. Another disarm. This stuff hurts so badly. No BKB on the TA. Gets Force Staffed out just barely. The Glimpse pulls her back in, and GPK is dead. No buyback. 2 minutes. Meanwhile, Afterlife continued to be chased. They want to take down another one on the side. It's Dyrachyo yet again, who's being chased down, but they do take down Kasani. He's out of there for a while. And have they actually overextended? Funnick, they chase him down. They're going to be able to kill him off. Possibly no. Timber Chain's away. And now Nick's back onto all of them. Look at the Ricky go. Double kill for him as they're chasing down Misha, trying to get vision on him. Afterlife TP's away. Is it going to complete? No. Get on back here yet again. Glimpsing back the man. Silenced, dead. HellRaisers. Take them all down, except for, of all people, Misha.
Are they gonna be just no? They're gonna hold out. I mean, that was what, like 4 or 5 buybacks or something at this point for their team.
Yeah.
And just beautifully done there by HR. Just not quite enough damage to finish things out there on Team Spirit. God, every time you say Dyrachyo, all I can think is Horatio from CSI Miami, and now I've just been thinking of Cheesy Pums this whole game. Like the glass is coming down, you know? Every time Ursa dies, I guess his plans got disrupted. Yeah!
Is that what that is? I've literally never watched that show before. You sound like a psycho.
It's a good time in the 90s.
All right, fair enough. Oh,
I was allowed to watch CSI. I feel like my whole generation was allowed to watch CSI way too young. Clearly, you just missed out.
I was watching like Law and Order. That was my
that was
show.
good.
That was a good one. That and Monk.
I feel like SVU should not have been a children's show either, but I feel like everyone I know watched that too.
Yeah, we're probably all messed up in the head from that. That's not good. Well, it was 5 buybacks, Trent, and now this is their only hope for Team Spirit if Nyx cannot get back to the game. But honestly, even if he doesn't come back, you know, you get stunned.
I don't know if that's enough. I guess it probably is, simply because they have the ultimate explosion draft where like the micro is really going to hurt you because they can just kill one hero right at any time, which also might be why they're still considering staying in, because yeah, it's a 19k lead, but that's like one hero, you know, that's Ricky, and if he just gets scythed and echoed and hit twice by TA, he might just die. So try and push this game out. We've all seen the new Templar Assassin. Since talents have been invented, she actually does stuff in the late game now. She isn't just like paper thin jump on you. She's got really annoying creep cutting capabilities like these traps up top right now by Roger.
Well, and also you've got this situation where if you find that echo onto like 2 and GPK blinks right on that right spot, suddenly you're getting spill damage onto these other heroes and they're just going to melt. So both of those things could end up being super relevant. I will say that the Halberds have been so value this game.
As predicted by our genius panel, they said, wow, I think Halberd and Razor and Timber should just get Halberds. And they did, and their game was good. Hence the, you know, we always hear mixed damage basically applies to this whole TA and Ursa thing, where it's just same damage source of right clicks really hurting them.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully, their game is going to be recovered because they got the Havoc Hammer, which we'll go to, yeah.
It's like you get that feeling of like, hey guys, you know, maybe we can get some good neutral items here. It can pull it back together. Then you look over and they get a Leveler and a Minotaur Horn, and you get a Havoc Hammer. Yeah, it doesn't feel great.
Though. I mean, it's actually kind of cool on Afterlife. He's going to take it. He's got plus 18 strength. Now his total strength is pretty jacked up through the double bracers.
Okay.
It's neat. 225 plus your strength is magical damage. Oh, and the slow now affects attack speed. All right, he already got rid of it. was like, yeah, it's like kind of cool. God.
He looked at it. He's like, "The hell is this shit? Who put this in my inventory?"
Give me that spell prism. All right, well, he's gonna hurry up because his team in a little bit of trouble. If they want to fight this one, they better just be getting on out, and they will. And it's gonna be Derecho. It's like, yeah, give me that thing. I'll take the hammer. He's reading it right now. That's why he's standing still. It's like, what does this thing do again? He's testing.
That is amazing. That is so good. Oh, flicker. No, he's caught. Oh.
Nullifier is so good. The force staff dispelling is so crazy. This item used to be like the end-all be-all to escape, and now it's so bad versus some of these spells and abilities.
God, can you imagine if he had an empty spot right there and he picked up the flicker and that's what saved him? Unfortunately, he did not, and he has to put the flicker away, and now he's dead with no buyback.
He did get it though, did he?
I think he did. Yeah, he got it. I don't know if it's gonna matter. It's looking like this is the hardest hold of Team Spirit's life. This is gonna be impossibly hard for them to try and stop this pressure. But in the meantime, TA, GPK getting some sort of split push going. It's the TP out. And all right, never mind. Easiest hold of their life. I guess you don't really, you're not under any hurry to try and end the game right now if you're HellRaisers.
You're a little worried when you have Aegis and, I guess, you don't want to trade damage for free to a TA. That's true. That's the real issue. So they just need to get better control over their lanes. But I would say it's a pretty big win for Team Spirit because now they only have 1 minute left on this Aegis.
Yeah,
and Aegis is a very good counter to big blow-up explosion team.
Mm-hmm.
The only other one available is buyback, so that one's a little bit more costly.
We still don't have that for a little bit, I think. Let's see. The only person with buyback in the game right now actually is the Disruptor.
Everyone leave my creeps alone. He's got that stone. Stop it! Oh, Razor. Damn core players, dude. Did you see that? I think I was about to die from Thunderstrike and he just right-clicks it. He's like, no, that's cool. I'm only 400 gold away from my eggs. No big deal. That is definitely the game ender. This poor Ursa, man. He's going to get into his first fight with this BKB, and he's going to get static stormed and die.
That's going to feel terrible. Oh, poor Ursa. I guess that there is well, no. They have to start the fight themselves. Every one of these engagements has been Team Spirit reacting to the HellRaisers initiation, and it's just not going to work. But that was the Aegis being reclaimed. Maybe a possibility here.
They are lurking down bottom, hoping they can find someone alone. Look at all these traps down bottom, too. Do they have a gem? They do. They have it on Funnick.
Should also mention now, we have the Shadow Demon with the Refresher Shard. So he can just go 6 demonic purges on somebody.
That is gross. He actually has enough mana to do that quite easily as well, and still have stuff left over for Soul Catcher Disruption.
Yeah. This is going to be just the pain train on top of everybody. Gambit, they want to set up on this one. GPK blinks away, blink on cooldown for a little bit.
Oh my god. This is the ultimate lurk. All right, they're out. They're like, nope. this isn't it.
No longer.
They're spread really well, and they just started scouting too. That would have been a disaster.
Okay.
Draftier just took the tome as well, trying to catch up. So you took the tome. So what was the big play? He went for the Furious Wipes. Okay.
God, is he really that low level? Oh my god, this is a painful one. I mean, they've got the Meld
7
Bash.
deaths, dude.
Yeah. Meld Bash on TA. She's the only one on her team that is at 25. Ursa just hitting that level 20. I mean, it feels like Team Spirit are going to have to make a play for an instant Roche into sneaking that one or something like that. You know what I mean?
They just need constant creep cutting. They need this trap down bottom to pop.
And
it will
pop it.
But I think they're still going to reach. Yes, let us in.
How they get there? Aghanim Scepter done for the Disruptor. How much can Pushka do?
I just don't know how their high ground defense is going to look good. It's going to be very hard. They do not have great high ground. They have Earthshaker, and it's completely on immersion. Aside from that, it's maybe you hope that Dratchio could just like jump in the back line and create enough chaos that it's fine.
Trying to get GPK towards a rapier. He is still a ways away from it, unfortunately, though. Oh, man. Well, Nick shows. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, run away, Ursa.
No, they have a gem.
Emerge is there. They jump him right at the start. Oh, God. Yeah, and he's just dead. No. That's just Ursa's game. No. Poor guy.
Yeah, at least he knew, though. It's like no point popping anything.
Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, Ricky just does too much damage right now. 30,000 net worth lead. And Funnick, they pop the Lincolns. He immediately blinks away, but Funnick's got him in his sights. There's that
Pushka didn't chase. He thought like maybe something was going on. I thought they could at least force a BKB there, but...
Sign against it.
I mean, Funnick was pinging like crazy. He's like, I popped it, go! But nothing.
Don't be mad.
Well, Immersion and GPK heading down bottom again, laying out the traps, gonna try and push this out. Team Spirit hoping that they can find an opening onto somebody that comes from HellRaisers. I mean, that is one downside to this lineup, is like their wave clear kind of takes a little while. If it's not like Timbersaw or something. You have to do a couple
even Timber
rounds
isn't like the fastest thing. Like, you know, like it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not just like TA. TA is just crazy. I mean, Roger is very bold coming this far by himself, but he's gonna get the full wraparound here. Oh, the poison! He's gonna find him.
Gets one. Blink away. Immersion also blinking out. GPK. Oh, Meld. He used his... Oh, he didn't use his TP. Good TP, BKB, and get out of there for GPK. But they will get Immersion. Again, more space created. More time for him to farm. And GPK is almost at his rapier.
Hell yeah. Now we're talking. That's what we need. I love the current patch of late game Dota. Oh, look, they left the gem, and the courier's going to get it. Nice.
Sick. Okay. Well, they are spotting Nyx down on the bottom side, TPing out, and that might signal Team Spirit, okay, we can't go for a pickoff play right now.
Let's get the hell out to Ratio.
Yeah.
Oh, he missed the smoke too, man. Nothing going his way this game, I tell you.
Poor guy.
Just outside of it.
He still got his 10-second BKB, though. No buyback, 600 gold away from it.
They're smoking him from the secret shop. That's what they're doing.
Interesting. Okay.
He is going to get there.
Is he selling something?
Let's
okay.
go.
He did it. What did he sell? He sells boots? Okay.
He's got ninja gear.
All right. I'm down.
Pretty good. Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
How do you win this fight? What's this Ricky looking like? He's got 29 armor. He's got the butterfly, but obviously now we have the true strike on the rapier.
Oh, God. And they got to know that Roche is coming down, so they have to run there. It's going to be... Well, it's actually taking them a little while. They don't have the fastest Roshian team in the world, but Nick shows up.
There now.
It's going really quick.
They're not going to make it.
Oh, they're so close. This would have been the fight. They're a little bit slow. And with that, HellRaisers are going to get Aegis, Cheese, Refresher, Aghanims, every damn thing.
Razor got the eggs as well.
Interesting. Jumps in,
dead,
finds him. Oh, poor old Ursa. Doesn't have an answer. BKB, turn around. Okay, a chance. They blow up one. Immersion kills Maposhka. Continued control on Amisha. Has to run away, but on the backline, broken. TA doesn't have anybody to stick on to.
He's so slow.
Shadow Demon ulti comes out and finds the kill. No buyback. GG is called. HellRaisers close that one out with just under a 60,000 gold lead.
They just had to do everything in the time frame of that BKB. Second that thing wears off, even with the rapiers, you can't get anything done.